Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hawk Talk. I'm your in-studio host, Xander Beeson, and I am joined with all the members of some of the members of our DSU cheer team. I'll have them introduce themselves.
Go ahead, T.
My name is Teandra Schneider, and I am the captain of the DSU cheer team.
I'm Cebe Schneider. I'm the head cheer coach at Dickinson State University.
I'm Dakia Brown. I'm the assistant coach for DSU cheer.
Awesome. What brought you all to DSU?
What brought me to DSU was the family and the setting of how everything is. It just always seemed like a good school and a homey school. So.
And the cheer team.
Well, yes.
Yes. I was invited when they decided to add a sport, cheer as a sport. Then I was invited to come and, of course, had to apply and everything.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. I was currently cheering at South Dakota State University, and Coach Cebe got the position as the head cheer coach, and she asked me to come back to Dickinson and join her cheer team. So I came back to cheer for Coach Cebe. So.
Awesome. You guys obviously have a very travel-heavy schedule this year. What was like your initial reaction when you saw all that traveling you'd be doing, and what are you doing to prepare for that?
My initial reaction when I saw it was just, it almost didn't seem like anything new. Like compared to any other sports like that I did in high school, like it's a lot more traveling, like 8 hours for a drive, 9 hours one day, 3 hours the next just to get to one place was a lot. But I think it's all worth it. Like going through it with the team and stuff, we make a lot of good memories, but I enjoy the travel personally. That's just me, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's one of our favorite parts of the season as a team, is that time to travel together, because they are, you know, you work so hard on the mat and they are doing so much together. So definitely you connect as a team, but it's during those trips when you have those hours and hours together in a bus or in a van, and then they connect. But our travel schedule is definitely an important part of our path to nationals, to travel to all those places and go all those distances.
Yeah, I think it's no surprise ever when we learn that we're going to have to travel to Kansas City, which is 13 or 14 hours away, and OCU or Oklahoma City, which is 16 hours away. It's no surprise because there are still so few competitive cheer programs in the NAIA. So we just expect that we're going to have to travel far, and also we always want to be competing against the top of the top, so we have to go far to find those teams.
Right. Well, there are 80 to 90 teams,
right?
But, but for us in our area right now, that it's very much still developing, so we know we're going to have to travel to be able to hit the conference.
Okay.
Hit those.
Okay. Obviously, you guys are coming off of, what was it, 4th at Nationals 2 years in a row?
Right.
What are some goals you guys have for this upcoming season to kind of get back to that 4th place, or perhaps even do better?
So when we start our season, we always meet with everybody and talk about what goals are. And so we try not to do placement goals just because that's not really controllable. Our first goal always is that we would have a successful season and we can look back and feel good about every time we went out on the mat. Did we do our best as a team?
Yeah, improving each performance, improving our performance.
Exactly. And then we are looking at, can we get to nationals? That's the goal every year is we need to do what we need to do as a team to get to nationals. And then I think that we don't make it as a goal because, again, it's not controllable in that way, and that can be just a huge, control what you can control. But we are always working toward that first place spot. That's what we're all working toward, trying to earn that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I would agree with
you on that?
Cebe, this question is for you specifically. What does it mean to you to be able to coach and work with your family?
Well, I'll tell you, they're so afraid right now. Well, I'm going to answer that in 2 ways.
Okay.
So obviously I have my own children who are part of it, and so that's super special. And also maddening, I think, for all of us on some level sometimes, because I have already my expectations of the kind of humans they are supposed to be and the quality of work they're supposed to put out. So I believe I think my whole teams would agree, I'm harder on them than I am on probably other kids who did not get the benefit of my upbringing. but I very much consider all of the athletes my kids and my family. So overall, I would say it is a gift and a blessing to work with young people who are so committed and dedicated and intentional about not only being the strongest athletes in NAIA cheer and the best competitors, but who also are committed to being excellent students and great teammates. And so that has been just a true gift. But it's fun to work with. It's really fun to work with my own kids, and it's also sometimes, I think for all of us, like,
Yeah, maybe a little.
Yep, a little bit. Wrong road trips. Whose car is going to be in who? You know? Yeah. That's what I'd say.
Dakia, for you, what is the main difference in being on a cheer team as opposed to coaching for you?
Coaching is for sure. I thought I thought being an athlete was my passion, and I thought cheering was my passion, and then being on the coaching side. First of all, it's way more nerve-wracking, in my opinion, to be on the other side of the mat, watching the team, knowing there's nothing I can do but hope and pray that everything that I'd given them is enough, you know. And so it's definitely a lot more intense in many different ways. I love coaching more than I ever loved cheer, and I love cheer. Like, I loved being an athlete. So it's just the best ever. I'm just so thankful every day.
Teandra, for you, obviously after your guys' home competition, you guys had the #1 score in the NAIA. How did it feel to see all the hard work you've been putting in? I know the cheerleaders put in lots of hours, the weight room, on the mat, you guys are practicing late. How did it feel to kind of see all that coming to fruition?
It felt amazing to see that score and everything. But like on the other side of things, I had to remind them, and we all had to remind each other that it's just the beginning of the season. And while we still are ranked first, like as of right now in the, like, not the rubric, the standings and everything, we had to remind each other that that doesn't really matter that much until we get to nationals. Like, because you can work so hard, but it's important to stay humble and important to keep your head on a clear path and good water so you can keep working and stay hungry for wanting to get better scores and just do better as a program and as a team overall.
That's awesome. Great answer. Great.
Thanks.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Here's one throw the curveball at you. Which Schneider would last longest in the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, we've discussed
Teandra would. She's scrappy.
She's little, but she's
scrappy. She scares me.
And she's a weaver. You know?
Yeah,
she's in and out, and she's like,
she thinks
she'll figure out how to get in and out of this stuff and be like, and she's also, you wouldn't know it, but if they're coming at her, she's coming at them harder. So she's
yeah, absolutely, Teandra.
This is true.
Yeah, of all 8 of us.
Yeah.
Dad probably.
Teandra still.
More than Dad?
Yeah. Unless Dad had all of his stuff he needs to. But if Teandra had nothing and Dad had nothing, Teandra.
I still say Dad. Teandra right up.
All right. Last question. We asked this to everybody who comes on Hawk Talk. What does DSU mean to you?
You can go
Can I
first.
start this one?
DSU is home to me. I probably spend just as much time at DSU as I do at my own home, so DSU is home. Mm-hmm.
It's family and opportunity. I think that we are so very fortunate in our community to have a university and to have one that just the way that we are always changing and growing as a university. There have been a lot of hard things thrown at our university in the past few years, and everyone just keeps leveling up and stepping up to those challenges and holding our chins up and doing what needs to be done. I'm so proud of our instructors and our professors and the staff who work there, our athletic teams, the administration. Everyone is keeping their eye forward and looking at how do we make DSU that place to be, and caring about that and keeping out of the muddy waters, you know, and just focusing on those clear waters. So it's family to me, and I'm just so proud to be here.
It's awesome.
I would say DSU to me is also home and community, because when I first started coming here and stuff, like it was just like it was a new stepping stone into a different path of life. And then the more and more like years and experience of school that I had here, it was like next thing you know, I'm starting to buy everything in Navy, buying everything in the school colors and everything, like purchasing things on my own time just to like be a part of the community and the path and the roles and stuff. I would say like for the professors and everything and all of the coaches and everything like that, I haven't felt like in other places that I've been to, like I haven't felt so welcomed, and everybody is always very smiley and happy to see you, and it's just, I feel like it's a great community to be at, and yeah, that's what I'd probably say.
All right, well, that's all we have. Thank you guys for coming on. I wish you guys good luck the rest of your season. Hoping for first place in nationals this year. You guys got my vote. If my word means anything, they're going to win it all. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
Welcome back to another episode of Minute with President Easton. President Easton, our question for you today is, what are your thoughts on the NAIA now deeming cheer an official sport?
Well, I'm very excited about it because at least in the last 2 years, it's our single sport that has had the highest national rankings with the fourth place finish the last 2 years. The NAIA has always been very innovative, pretty much always been ahead of the NCAA. The NAIA was integrated before the NCAA was on a broad level. The NAIA had women's championships long before the NCAA did, and I think in a way, cheer is the latest example of that, of the NAIA being ahead of the NCAA in recognizing cheer as an official sport. And let me tell you, if you go watch our cheer athletes, you know, as a sports fan, I sometimes watch sports and I think I could do that. I'm wrong when I think I could. I never think that during cheer. I never think, oh, I could do that. They are incredible athletes who do some amazing things, so I think it's a great thing.
What's up, everybody? I hope you've been enjoying this cheer exclusive episode of Hawk Talk, but now I'm here with our weekly recap. Unfortunately, baseball and softball had rough weekends. Baseball going 0-4 in Kansas City, Missouri, and softball going 1-3 in Iowa, but they will be bouncing back as they both travel to Arizona this weekend to compete over spring break. Men's wrestling is heading to Kansas for their national tournament, and women's wrestling next weekend will be in Jamestown for their national tournament. Golf will also be heading to Arizona, so maybe there might be a little collab of DSU sports while they're there. Women's basketball unfortunately ended their season with a loss to Dakota State last weekend, but men's will be playing this Sunday against Bellevue for the conference championship, so good luck to them. Indoor track right now is in Brookings, South Dakota for their national tournament. Stay tuned for our future episode with some of our national qualifiers that we'll be having. Another little sneak peek I'm throwing at you guys. And cheer actually just left town, and they're competing against Mount Mary in South Dakota and then traveling all the way to Oklahoma City. So good luck to them. Safe travels to everybody as DSU is spreading all across the country. And as always, Hawks are up.